Hi, this is Travis with Two Brothers Adventures. Today I'm going to be talking about the Spark Lite. We're going to review this against our standardized checklist, the fire starting devices. For more information about this checklist, or for more information on this video series, check out the video link we'll throw up on the screen now. Alright, as far as packaging, this comes in several different types of packages. This Strikers actually comes in certain survival kits and stuff like that as well. But this is typically in a shrink-wrapped, but blister-packed type way. That's the way we got it anyway. And it usually comes with some tinder. We're actually going to do a different video series on tinder, so watch for that or check that out later on. But this does come with tinder. But we're going to focus just on the Striker. The way that, as far as how much this weighs, the beauty of this is it's super light. So when this comes up, it's registering 0.2 ounces on the scale, so it weighs next to nothing. As far as cost, this ranges in cost anywhere from about $8 to about $12, $15, depending on where you get it or if you get it by itself. And then if you get it in a kit, obviously it depends on that, or how much that costs. It's a Striker, so the way that it works, it's got little arrows on here, if you can see, telling you to go down. It's similar to kind of like a lighter, so you actually just spin the wheel with your thumb and it shoots a spark. So you can see that nice good spark that it throws. We're going to skip over the burn time test because that doesn't apply to, or isn't applicable really to Strikers, and we're going to go straight to the water test. So the first water test is the damp mist test. So to simulate that, I'm going to give it 3 sprays from this water bottle. We'll see if we can get it to spark. So it passed the damp mist test without issue. Next we're going to give it the dip test. So I'm going to dip it in the water. Shake it out. Still getting sparks. Not quite as many, but we're still getting sparks. So it looks like it passed the dip test. Next we're going to do the soak test. So for the soak test, I'm going to drop it in this water for 2 minutes. I'll start the timer. We'll let that go for 2 minutes. Okay, we're coming up on the 2-minute mark. I'll try to pull this out at the 2-minute mark, as close there as possible. Alright, so unclip it. I'm going to go ahead and shake it out, and we'll see if we can get it to a strike. So, still striking, which is very impressive. Definitely not as bright as it was before it was wet, but still throwing a pretty good spark. Actually, there, now it's throwing a nice spark. So it passes the soak test without issue. Next we're going to try the one-handed test. So obviously you just saw me do the one-handed test. You could do one-handed like this. You could also you can roll it like this but it's not as effective. You definitely want to use it like this. So it definitely passes the one-handed test. Next we're going to set up and do the wind test. Okay, we're going to do the wind test. So for the wind test, I have a fan set up here, 3 fans at the end of a yardstick. So for this Striker, I'm going to go ahead and start at the end. We're going to strike it. We'll strike it in the middle at 18 inches and then right up against to see if make sure it'll strike. So here at the end, definitely throws good sparks. Move into 18 inches, no problem. I'll actually get right up against this. You can see it throws sparks, so this Striker isn't affected by wind. Okay, overview of the Spark Lite. This passed all of the damp mist test, as well as the dip test, and as well as the 2-minute soak test. So we were able to flawlessly get sparks right away, very first time, which is very impressive out of this little device. It also passed the wind test, so this is a great little device that'll work in any kind of weather. The only, I guess, one negative thing I could say about this, the drawback is you can't really tell in this when the flint's going to run out. So if you were depending on this in some kind of a survival situation or that, you're never going to know when the last time you strike it, the flint's going to wear out and you're going to be done. So it is a disposable unit, so when your flint's gone, you simply dispose of it. So that's the only, I guess, con I could see to this is without it being clear or something like that, you don't know how many more strikes you necessarily have. But ultra light, ultra compact, definitely something you could depend on in any kind of situation.